I mean, I just don't know an individual who is being attacked by the enemy in this manner, because the enemy does not attack someone who is not a threat. If you are already on the side of the enemy, he is not going to bother with you. This would be pointless.
It involved their spouse, it involved their children. And some of what they have told us about what happened to their children is particularly disturbing.
My daughter, who's very athletic, went for a run. She lost all of her right side eyesight. She couldn't see anything to her right. And she's asking me if she's going blind.
These events,
please understand
likely
that you
pulsed
possess something
electromagnetic
very special,
energy.
a light that the enemy does not want.
Likely pulsed electromagnetic energy.
And diminish and cause you to doubt. And he wants you to give up. He wants you to not connect with God.
Likely pulsed electromagnetic energy. Dr. Relman's committees focused on one subset of patients whose experiences seemed inexplicable.
This subset of cases had a very unusual so-called acute sensory event, an experience that consisted of the abrupt onset of intense pressure or vibration in the face or head, sometimes with the abrupt onset of sound.
That mechanism, Dr. Relman's committees concluded, was most likely pulsed electromagnetic energy. In other words, a focused beam of microwaves fired from a distance.
I think the best explanation, most plausible, is that it's a high-power microwave weapon.
And diminish and cause you to doubt. And
James Benford is a physicist and leading authority on microwaves.
That the enemy wants to contain and dim and diminish and cause you to doubt.
He was not part of the government studies, but he co-wrote the book on microwave transmission.
Felt like my head was slowly starting to get crushed. And then severe ear pain started. I liken it to if you put a Q-tip too far and you bounce off your eardrum. Well, imagine taking a sharp pencil and just kind of poking that. It was very jarring and painful. And eventually I started blacking out.
it involved their spouse, it involved their children. And some of what they have told us about what happened to their children is particularly disturbing.
Woke up in the middle of the night, gushing blood. Not once, not twice, but
that
3
the
times.
enemy wants to contain
From her
and
nose.
dim
There was a whole
and
trail of
diminish
blood.
and
People
cause you to doubt.
Was using some kind of a weapon to attack your family in the hotel room below.
I do.
And that they specifically targeted your children in their beds.
Yes, I do.
Likely pulsed electromagnetic energy.
So you saw the video. You can tell the difference between Stephanietheseeker, a fake gang stalking victim, and the 60 Minutes Havana Syndrome episodes. You can tell how they treat this topic of being hit with direct energy weapons. Now, the Havana Syndrome and gang stalking ties together, but the Havana Syndrome is not gang stalking. Gang stalking is a lot worse than the Havana Syndrome, in my opinion. Just look at my description tab. You can see all these old videos. Go to Popular Mechanics Magazine, Psycho-Electronic Weapons Effects. Popular Mechanics Magazine, Psycho-Electronic Weapons Effects, okay? Gang stalking is a lot worse. And plus, gang stalking, the people believe the Havana Syndrome now, but they don't believe gang stalking. And people like Stephanietheseeker makes it worse, because Stephanietheseeker and her ilk, her fake gang stalking ilk, keep mixing gang stalking with religion and spirituality. Stephanietheseeker keep mixing gang stalking with that new age bibbidi bobbidi gobbledygook. Stephanietheseeker and her ilk, her fake gang stalking victim ilk, keep mixing gang stalking with the supernatural, paranormal, and the metaphysical. They keep mixing gang stalking with the tarot cards, astral projection, psychic ability, monitoring spirits, and that freaking stupid thing called the Chosen One. Like I said before, and I said it many times, the Chosen One is the Indigo Child prophecy rebranded. Nobody talks about an indigo child in the year 2025 going into 2026. The indigo child prophecy was lying. Stephanie the Seeker keep claiming that she is a psychologist. Anyway, no, she's not. But the fact is, because I don't know which one, why would you lie like that? But anyway, why would you ignore all the neuroscientists and the neuropsychologists and psychiatrists that you're supposed to be working with, and everybody else is starting to accept that gang stalking is real? But Stephanie the Seeker keep calling this gang stalking something to do with the chosen one, mixing it with Job from the Bible and saying gang stalking is spiritual, and you need to believe in some Canaanite Bronze Age war god. Okay. No. Ignore. Okay, anyway. Anyway, but you can tell the difference between Stephanie the Seeker and the real people trying to cover Havana syndrome. So just be careful about it. Just be careful of the fakes. Now, I'm flip up this gang stalking two-word tag. Gang stalking two-word tag relevant section. Now, you see, they keep trying to promote this woman right here. If you was a real gang stalking victim, if Stephanie the Seeker was a real gang stalking victim, she wouldn't be on page number 1. And 2, she would not be monetized. Let's see if we can show you her monetization. Okay, let's see if we can show you too. This chick is monetized. Let's see if we can show you the monetization. Okay, where she got some extra views because of me. I'm trying to show you she's monetized. Stephanie the Seeker been monetized for quite some time. Let's see if this works. See, there goes monetization. Okay, George Webb. Let's see if I can find the video. George Webb, and just look at my description tab. George Webb talked about if you was a real gang stalking victim, they don't want you to make no money, so you wouldn't be monetized on YouTube. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You will be censored, blacklisted, delisted, and shadow banned. But you can see she got all these subscribers. She's on page 1 under gang stalking, two-word tag, and she's monetized. So this is and then she talks about that chosen one psychological operation campaign and mixing it with gang stalking. This is a fake gang stalking victim, and you need to be careful about people like this woman. Now, I'm not cyberbullying Stephanie the Seeker. I'm not cyber stalking Stephanie the Seeker or her ilk. I am not cyber harassing Stephanie the Seeker and her ilk, her fake gang stalking ilk. She has the right under the First Amendment to talk about whatever subject she wants and make videos on it and put it on social media websites. I have the right as a United States citizen to call her out. Okay? Under fair use laws, I have the right to call her out. And if she claimed to be a real gang stalking victim, mixing gang stalking with this chosen one spiritual crap, that's not what gang stalking is. It never was. Popular Mechanics Magazine, psychoelectronic weapons effects. I have the right to warn other gang stalking victims that this woman is a PSYOP, a psychological operation campaign. I'm not cyberbullying this woman. I'm not cyber stalking this woman. I'm not cyber harassing this woman. I'm just trying to tell her that she's fake. She's a fake gang stalking victim. Popular Mechanics Magazine, psychoelectronic weapons effects, Sabrina Wallace, nanotech in the human body, Jesse Beltran, Bam.video, Jesse Beltran, you go on Bam.video, type in nanotech one word, nanotech 2 words, and nanotechnology under Bam.video, and you're going to see Jesse Beltran's video talking about this gang stalking and the Havana syndrome. None of those 2 people talked about the chosen one being destined for greatness with the power of God, so I know this woman is lying. Okay, nobody talking about Job from the Bible, but she's going to do it, and yet she's being signal boosted, astro terror, and promoted, and she's monetized. That's a fake gang stalking victim. So just be careful. And like I said, I'm not cyberbullying, not cyber stalking, not cyber harassment. But this woman got a wonderful treasure trove of content, and I'm gonna be starting making some more content of my own using, what do you call it, fair use laws. All right.